Good morning. It is December 31st, and since I'm starting my weekly vlogging, it's starting today, so I'm not feeling the best. You probably can tell. But I have a cold turned into a sort of virus thing. I don't know what it is. At least I just know that I have had fever, so right now I am about to get some breakfast. I have made myself a cup of tea because that is what I need right now. And I made myself a toast. And then I have to clean the apartment today, which I don't feel like, but I don't want to go into the new year with a messy apartment. And I need to remove all of my Christmas decorations because I've literally been becoming a little tired of watching it, so that is happening today as well. Obviously I have plans tonight, which I was sort of hoping to go. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. At least we're not going to be very many people. And I have also told my sister that I'm going to go to my sister's place. She asked me if I wanted to go there, and I was like, sure. I was actually contemplating just going to my parents because I didn't want to go through all the hassle of a party because I think I expect too much and I become let down or something. So New Year's has always been something that I don't really want to celebrate that much anymore. Yeah, so, but I'm going to my sister's. We're gonna be 4 people in total, so it's not like we're gonna be many people. In terms of reading, I haven't read anything today yet because no energy. But I'm going to be listening to my audio as I do stuff here at home, and that will be the audio of the Fireman. So we'll see how much I get through that, and I will check in with you later. See ya. Hello friends. It is now 2:30 p.m. and I haven't finished all the things that I wanted to do, but I have removed my tree, took down the tree today, and I went for a walk. And I have made soya almonds for my sister. Now I'm eating nachos because I have zero appetite, and so I make myself whatever I feel like making right now. Anyway, I did manage to get through quite a chunk of the Fireman today, so I'm now actually more or less halfway. I'm on page 375. I don't know where I was this morning. I would say probably on 250. So I've definitely listened to about 110 pages or something like that. So that is a pretty good progress, I think. I like the book so far. It's just, I don't know. It's not my favorite thing I've ever read, but I've also heard that this is not Joe Hill's best book, compared to some of the others. But I do find it very interesting, and I do like the story as a whole so far. Yeah, but I'll get more into my thoughts about that when I get closer to the finish line. The narration is pretty good of the audio. I don't have a lot of things to say. I am very tired and worn out, and I am having my Pepsi Twist. I wanted to go out for a training session today, but I have zero energy. And so I haven't really been able to find time to do it. Yesterday I actually went for a mountain bike ride with my parents. We went 24 kilometers while I was sick. So yeah, so it's possible, but I was also really tired afterwards. But I did go for a walk today to try, and my mom has always told me that it was good for you to go have some fresh weather when you're ill, so I went for a short walk just downtown, and then I bought more Kleenex because I seem to use like a package per hour almost, like every 2 hours at least these days. So yeah, no, they go pretty fast. When I finish eating my lunch, these nachos, I'm gonna go and try and get ready for tonight, and then I'm gonna leave for my sister's. I said I wanted to be there at around 4, so I think I may have to stick to that, and then we'll see how it goes. Oh, by the way, before I go, I just wanted to thank you all, because I have yesterday I reached 700 subscribers. I mean, I'm almost at 710 now, but in the beginning of December I had hopes that I would get to 700, but it also just stagnated completely, and I didn't get any new subscribers in December at all. And then suddenly, yesterday I gained 10, and so I have 700 now. So thank you for that. So I managed to get to 700 before the New Year's, and that's nice. And yeah, this was my update for now. I'll see you later. Bye. Hello friends, and it is now 3:30, and I'm on my way to my sister's place. I decided to walk because it's not very far, but I don't know if that was a bad idea or what, for when I have to go home later. But I don't know, I could have taken my bicycle, but I don't know if I could just park that and nothing will happen to it, because there's people do stuff to things apparently for New Year's apparently, so I don't know. That's why I decided to walk, but it's not very far. As I said, it's like 5 minutes. So yeah, it's really cold and it's very windy. It's supposed to be exceptionally windy by midnight, so we'll see how it all go. Yeah, but this was my final update for now. I think I don't think I'll be posting anything later today, but anyway, see ya and Happy New Year. Good morning. It is now the new year, 2019. Yay. I'm feeling better, I think. I mean, it's difficult to say when you've just woken up. I have a bit of a headache, so I need to take some pain meds for that. I've got to remove my makeup yesterday, which is something I always forget to do. I think it's because I never use makeup in day-to-day time, so it's not part of my routine. I don't know. I just don't think about it. So yesterday, it was okay. I think I had like it was great food. That was okay. I mean, as far as I could taste, I don't have very many taste buds at the moment. But at 12, like at midnight, we were out watching the fireworks, because that's what we do in Denmark. After midnight, we go out and watch fireworks, and there were some people firing off some different batteries, and one of them had an error in it, so it like exploded one of them before it was ready, so it didn't pop up. It exploded out of the side of it, and it made the battery fall and turn its way to where we were standing, so it just started exploding those rocket type things. I was like screaming and running for my life. I was so scared because they flew everywhere, and then it just popped. And yeah, I just like turned my head around and just ran the other way, trying to go undercover, and that was scary as hell. So not long after that, I went home because I was like literally about to fall asleep up there. I was so tired and I was not feeling very well. And when I came home, my mailbox and the like 3 mailboxes in a row for this house, like not all of them, but for that side of the house, like there's a store in the ground floor, and then my floor, and then there's a top floor as well, and they'd all been exploded. I don't know why people are so stupid, but yeah, one time, a long time ago, people thought that it was because you're allowed to do tricks and stuff on New Year's Eve, but like tricks that doesn't actually mean vandalism. So stuff that we did was like we took Christmas trees and stuff and put it in front of their front door, like so they couldn't get in, or put it up in their flag post or something that's not hurtful in any way. Or it could be something like we had those little things that if you threw them on the floor, they would pop, and put them under the doormat. So when people walked out, it would pop. So it's not like something that was horrible, but it's just something that might give them a bit of a shock. So sort of things like that, and just taking stuff from other people's garden and move it to someone else's garden so that it couldn't find it the next day, and so sort of things like that. But then there's some people who doesn't understand that it doesn't mean vandalism and think that it's everything that they could do on this day without any problems. So they blow up mailboxes. They put shaving foam and other type of stuff on cars and smear it and butter on the windows that is difficult to remove. And yeah, so that's no fun. I don't know why people do it, but at least the good thing is, as my dad said, at least I don't have to pay for it because that's my renter. But still, I don't feel very great about it either. So, and I don't know, just when I came home, there was someone coming from that area of where my door is, and I don't know if that's the guy who actually blew up the mailboxes, or if it just happened a long time ago. I don't know. Anyway, this is my update for now. I will see you later. Bye. Hey, it is now Wednesday, the 2nd, and I have been to work. It is now 10 p.m. or something like that. I'm on my way to bed. But before I went to bed, I just wanted to update you on my reading for the day. First up, I finished a book. Yay for that. I did expect that. But I finished 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray. This is the first book in the Fireman trilogy. This is a science fiction trilogy. This series is about multiple dimensions, and it follows a girl who is able to travel between the multiple dimensions with the words of this locket called the Firebird. And in all of these dimensions, if you travel between them, you take over your own person in that other world, in this on other dimensions. And these dimensions are in different places in time. Some are far advanced, some are just like we are now, and some are way behind in technology and the way the world works and stuff. But we follow the main character, whose name I've currently forgotten, and we are basically thrown into this. It almost seemed like to me that I was starting like with a second book or something, because it was like starting in a little bit of a strange way, but I got into it pretty quickly and thought it was an interesting way of starting it, so that you are always hooked from the beginning. So we follow this girl, and he has recently found out that her father is dead. He was killed by one she assumed was her best friend. And so she's trying to travel between the dimensions to try and find him and put revenge on the person that she thinks that killed her father. And something happens, and she's sort of stuck in another dimension, and how is she going to get back? And yeah, there's a lot of things going on in this. I don't want to say a lot more. I thought it was kind of fun to see how she was traveling between these different worlds and dimensions, and all of that. She kept traveling with one other, and that's one of them that lost their locket and stuff. So one of my favorite things about this also, apart from the fact that I found it fast-paced, it was fun, and it was entertaining and an easy read. The narrator of the audio is Tavia Gilbert, who also narrates the Night Hunter series, and I really enjoy her narration style. Not only she has just a nice voice to listen to, but secondly, she does British accents, American accents, and Eastern European accents pretty well, so that you can definitely see the difference without it being difficult to understand, if you will. And I really enjoy that, and so this worked really well, because at one point we were in Russia, and other times we were in England, in London, and other times we were in somewhere in the States. So I find that to be a really nice way of showing which world we're in, so that we get the accents along with it. And that was something that I really appreciated. I ended up on a 4 stars for this one. It was a nice, fun read. There were some things that I didn't care for, but I also guessed who did it quite early on and who set up the whole thing. And yeah, other than that, I have made progress in The Fireman by Joe Hill today. I am now on page 426, and so I'm over halfway. And this one was set in this world where there's this disease known as the dragon scale that like takes over the body, and it's very infectious. So like if you touch someone else with your skin, it will more or less infect the other person immediately. And no, it seems like that thing just takes over your body, and it ends up you going into a totally combustion. And so yeah, this main character we follow is like 3 months pregnant when she discovers that she has dragon scale, but somehow she has convinced herself that if she can carry the baby almost as all the way through her pregnancy and get a C-section by the end, the baby will be able to live on. So she's very focused and determined on surviving long enough to get this baby into the world. And then she hears stories about this man called the Fireman, who apparently has been able to, I don't know if control this dragon scale. He's covered in dragon scale, but he's able to wield fire, and therefore is known as the Fireman. And she finds out who he is and how joins his gang, and this is basically where it all starts off. I don't want to say a lot more about it because I think it will be spoilery, but let's just say it started out being something, then it turned into be something else that I was not expecting because I didn't know anything about it, and now it's something completely different again, that I did not see coming. So I don't know where this is gonna end up. It's kind of exciting. I don't know if I'm confused or but I'm enjoying it somewhat. People are mean to each other, but yeah, I don't mind that too much. But it's definitely entertaining, so that's that. Yesterday I read something in Northern Light. I didn't update you yesterday evening, did I? I read 30 pages of Northern Light. I think I'm about exactly 100 pages or something like that into that book now. Yeah. So that's going slow. I also started on No Rest for the Wicked by Kresley Cole. This is a paranormal romance, and it definitely showed. Like, I think in the first, I've only listened to 40 minutes, and yeah, it always starts out like almost in one of the first chapters with the main couple like somehow having a sexual interaction in some way. Yeah, so now we've started, and it's kind of those sex scenes are ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, and it's always about always a little bit possessive, but so far it's okay. I think I'm going to be enjoying it mostly. We'll see. Sometimes, for the most part, I enjoy paranormal romance for actually what's going on beside the romances a lot. Sometimes I like the romances as well, but there's a little further between those. I didn't listen to very much at work today. It was pretty hectic. We were 3 people out there with colds or who were sick at the same time, and one of them had to go home because he also got an injury in his back. I felt sorry for him. So I had to help because I usually do his job when he's not there. So yeah, and tomorrow is gonna be hectic, but I think I'm be able to listen to a lot of audio tomorrow because a lot of that time will be putting some orders together, and that's not gonna be so difficult. So yeah, a different day tomorrow, but so I hope I'll get through a lot of that audiobook tomorrow. Right now I'm on my way to bed. I can't speak anymore. I probably shouldn't have gone to work today, but I did, and we'll see how it goes tomorrow. I do hope that I'll definitely be feeling better tomorrow, so that I will be okay to go to work. It's a good thing that it's a 3-day week only, so only 2 more days. Every week should be 3-day weeks. That should be the aim, really. Like 4 days of weekend and 3 days of work. Or maybe I could do 3 days of weekend and 4 days of work if that was like the general thing. I just would like 1 more day at least. Pretty please? Okay. See you later. Bye. Good morning. It's now Friday. I forgot to update you yesterday. Yeah, it just slipped my mind. I thought I would listen to a lot of audio yesterday, but I ended up not listening to that much because I ended up having to cover for another colleague because he was ill or sick, and there were so many orders yesterday. So yeah, apparently my other colleague who usually takes this part couldn't. So yeah, not that I had a lot of time for that as well, but today I have decided to say that I'm not going to be part of it, also because my other colleague is off from work. He's not off, he's out of the office, as you say, because he has some meetings. And so I'll need to actually take phone calls and stuff, orders. Otherwise, yesterday I did manage to listen to something because I did listen to and from work, and I think maybe possibly 20 minutes more than that. But I am now 40% through the book, and hopefully I will manage to finish it today. We'll have to see. I think I have about 3 hours left of the audio, so we'll have to see how it goes. It might not be that I finish it, but it would be nice if I did. Otherwise, I have made progress in the Fireman yesterday. I listened to about an hour, and I think I got 60 or 70 pages into it. I'm on page... No, I must have been like 50 pages maybe. I don't think I even listened to an hour, but... Now I'm on page 472. I was just listening as I was cooking. I don't think it took an hour. I think it took maybe 45 minutes or something. So yeah, that's pretty decent, and something definitely happened in the last couple of chapters that was really interesting, and yeah, I'm just really enjoying it. I also made like very little progress in Northern Lights yesterday. I read another chapter and I'm now on page 111. So that is it. Now I'm going to get breakfast and get some tea because my throat is hurting now. Not only am I having a cold, it started yesterday. The cold had I had gotten the phlegm in the throat, so that it all sort of stuck down here. But now it's just hurting a little bit, so I have my tea in my Christmas mug because I forgot to stir it. Yeah. But I'm going to get breakfast now, and I will see you later. Bye. Hello. It is Saturday. I think I forgot to update you yesterday on my progress on my reading. I'm not sure. What I did end up reading was I almost finished No Rest for the Wicked. I have 20 minutes left of the audio. I was thinking I will just listen to this as I drive to my parents and back again. But then I remember I'd forgotten that my sister has left her car to my parents because she can't really afford the car at the moment. And so since she don't necessarily need it now, she is going, she's decided to sell it, or whatever you want to say, to my parents so that they have it. And so I had to pick her up, and I couldn't listen to the last part. So yeah, I'm just going to try and see if I can find time to squeeze those 20 minutes in over the weekend so I can finish it. Other than that, I started on The Collapsing Empire by John Scalzi, because Giselle Bradley, she asked me if I wanted to buddy read it, and she wanted to start it this weekend. And so I was like, yeah, sure, I can totally jump on board with that. So that is going to be my main focus this weekend. She was actually super nice and lent me her audio of it as well, so I can listen to it on audio. So that's what I'm gonna do. Otherwise, I haven't read much. I think I haven't read anything in Fireman since I last spoke to you. So, and I haven't read anything in Northern Lights either. Hi friends, it is now almost 8 p.m. on Sunday evening. I don't know if I'll be doing another update before I upload this. I think I might not upload these weekly vlogs until Mondays, just because I'll be able to read all day on Sunday and then put all of the information out, like the video out on Monday, and still it would be pretty okay. What I've been doing since yesterday. Yesterday I read 146 pages or 42 or something pages of The Collapsing Empire. I finished No Rest for the Wicked, because yesterday I also had to go to my parents again, but this time because my sister, her boyfriend, and my nephew are also there, and I haven't seen them since before New Year's, so it's like, I gotta go and say hi. And so I spent all evening with them, or actually the majority of the afternoon as well. Like, I think we were there at like 2:30 or something, and I was home at like 11, so quite a long day. But I did manage to listen to like 141 pages of The Collapsing Empire before that, and today I've been listening as well. I still have a bit to go, but I'm on chapter 14, page 262, and it's 320 something pages. I'm enjoying it. John Scalzi just writes interesting, like, he writes science fiction so that people who don't usually write science fiction can mostly understand it, even though I still have a hard time figuring out how it all works out. I don't want to think too much about that, because that's, yeah. I know it's something to do with the flow and how they travel between it, like speed you up or something like that, so that you can travel between the places like really super fast. What it is about is that we have this girl who's called Cardennia, who is going to be the new emperor. Do they call it emperor, or do they call it king, queen? I think an empress. She's an empress. Emperor. Anyway, she grew up away from all of this hassle, because she wasn't supposed to become and the next an emperor or anything. She's a younger sister, and sort of grew up in the normal day-to-day thing, but when her older brother, who was in line for the throne, passed away, she was suddenly to be the next ruler of this place called I forgot what it's called, the Empire. And so suddenly she has to change everything that she's always known, and her father is also severely ill, so she knows that she's going to be taking over the position as emperor, like, very soon, and he's about to abdicate, and so that she can take over. But she doesn't really want to, but on the other hand, she can't really do much about it. But yeah, so that is the one storyline, and then we have a storyline from the rebellions and stuff, and people want to try to change things in this universe, and yeah, but I like it. I don't like it as much as Fascination. I have to say that I think Fascination was a lot better. So that is one thing. I've made progress in Northern Lights as well. Whoop whoop. I'm now on I finished part 1, and I'm on page 163. So I think I read like 40 pages or something like that yesterday. I haven't made any progress into the Fireman because I've been listening to The Collapsing Empire instead. And I haven't, but yeah, so over the past week I've managed to finish 2 books, and I'm definitely going to be finishing this like pretty close into the, maybe already Monday, because I am not done listening to it today, so I might find some listening time, but I don't think I'll find 2 hours or something. I don't know how much time it will take with the last bit. And I also think I'll finish the Fireman next week. That is what I'm hoping. And then tomorrow I will be starting in on, I think I'm going to start my Stephen King book right now so that I don't forget about it and get back to it. So I'm going to be starting on Cujo tomorrow. That's my plan. So yeah, this was this week. Maybe I'll pop in with another update later, but I don't think I will. Yeah. Bye.